Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So I am currently working on my March 2024's Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. This is alternative video number 5. That means this is the last one. I'm going to go over what came in the kit. So let's get the little basket here, little container. This is called Memorable Meadows, March 2024. You got 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of that project. I love the rounded edges of the envelopes, a little different. You can see things falling out already. On the back here, we have the QR code. We have showing you alternate projects you could do. You have a visual of everything in the kit. Then you get the coordinating colors. I need a deep breath. Ready? Here we go. Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Berry Burst, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Very Vanilla. Oh my goodness gracious. So you got these wooden accents. Okay, not my favorite thing in the kit. Not sure how I might use them. I might make a card using all 3 of these on a card, but I was thinking of doing a sampler. Hopefully we'll see if I have enough product to do that. Our spot was Garden Green. Then you saw my trash bit card number 1 using the other half of this. I'm keeping this because this can still be used, hopefully. And then here we go with some accent pieces. You got, this is really thick vellum, but it's in Gorgeous Grape. You got 3 of those. You got 3 of this size and 3 of those and 4 of these with the gold foil on them. So let me put this back in there. And then this is what the stamps were. So you got 2 stamp sets this time, which is fabulous. So here's one. This is 2-step stamping. You first stamp the outline, and then these darker images fill in the space. You got a little splatter bit, and it doesn't matter which way you turn it. This is the other one. So you got this flower, which I have cut apart. Heartfelt thanks. Have a beautiful birthday, but I made it have a beautiful day by cutting off the birth bit. Don't need that. I have other birthday sayings. You've been on my mind. And then down here, it's the little things that matter. And this is the one we are going to use today. I could do have a beautiful day, but it's the little things that matter, and probably have a beautiful, not birthday, but day, because that's what I did to mine. On here, I already used these 3 pieces on a card, and I'm saving this because I might use it on something else. You have these 4 bits, so either this piece or this piece will be used in a trash bit card. I already have an envelope for this trash bit, as I know I will be making a card with this bit here to fit this envelope. I'm keeping this just because I'm not sure what I might want with it. This is our other, did I already show the card bases? No, I think I just took them out. So this is one card base, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's just some paper for my own business. I want to make a full-size card, but I might be changing that up because this card base is the one we're going to be using. We're going to use the whole thing, and this is the other card base. Now, also, you got these adhesive sequences. You got the glue dots and the dimensionals, and that's what's in the kit. We're going to stick this on top. Move that aside. So what are we using? Did I get rid of my card base? I need that back. We are going to do a fun fold using this entire card base. At first, I was going to cut these pieces up to glue onto the thing, and I'm like, nope, let's just use the entire card base. That way there's not going to be a lot of dimension on it. It should only cost 1 stamp. The back you can write on. This is going to be an easy one. Anybody can do this the way I'm doing it. Yes, you're going to have that score mark there, but it's going to be okay. I really don't, I mean, you can't hardly see it anyways. You just have to wait and see. So this is, let me show you the fold we're doing. We're doing this, just like that. And let me show you, this is going to fold up. Here it is in some of Mr. Hank's airplane paper. It's going to fit in a standard size envelope that you can get just about anywhere. So this envelope measures 6.5 by 3 5/8. It's just a standard envelope. I have lots of them, and I did it in blue so you can see it's going to fit in there. I have spent over 2 hours trying to figure out this fold. I probably could have watched a YouTube channel, but it started because I had this large one that I was trying to figure out how to cut up this card to fit on this larger version of it. And I decided, nope, we're just going to use the card base. So you get to see my thinking. I can do that with other regular DSP. So put those right here. We are going to also be adding, there's my card base. I'm going to give you some options here. So you could use the Heartfelt Hexagon punch and then do a border around it and stamp the sentiment on that. This is just vellum. This is in my bits and pieces, right? So you could do that. I, however, am going to be using the Christmas Cardinal dies. I'm using what I call the double banner one here and these bits because I can, guys, and I like want to change it up. So these are my extra pieces. I mean, might even add, I might even just add that piece of vellum, this Heartfelt Hexagon vellum, because it was in my stash of things. And these are really thin, just little swirls. You could also probably use the leaf with the For the Love of Spring dies. This is in Garden Green. That could have been added too, but we're not. That's just sitting there. Let's get on with this. So I need my trimmer. Gonna open her up. Though you really don't need the arm. You just need to... No, I need the arm. I don't know why I said that. You need the arm because, let me show you. It goes this way. This piece here and this piece here are not the same. You might think they are, but they are not, and it doesn't work if they are the same. It just doesn't work. So I highlighted blue for my score lines in this hot pink for my cutting lines. So I'm going to show you first how you do this, and then we're going to cut ours, and I'm going to hope everything comes out. So first of all, I'm going to bring it in here. I'm going to score it 1.5. I'm going to scooch it down to 2 3/4 in score. Then it's going to go to 5.5. And we're going to score. You see the blue lines, the score. And then down to 7 and score. Now, yes, I'm putting a score line there, even though you're not going to fold it there. It's just easier. If you wanted, you could pick it up here when you're scoring. You could just score down 1.5. Go down to... What is that? 4 and... Okay, if you don't want the score line here, I'm trying to figure out how to tell you that easier. So there's 1.5. You go 1.5. You pick it up. This is 1.5. You score down 1.5. Go to here, which is, or turn it around. That's what I was going to show you. And then score again from the outside at 1.5 to there. And then you won't have that extra score line there. I'm putting that score line there, guys. It is easier just to go like this than it is to stop, pick it up, and stop again. For me, it was just easier, and I think with the pattern on the paper, it's not going to matter. So then we're going to turn it, hopefully I haven't confused you, turn it to the side. Since we started our score lines at 1.5, our cut lines from here are going to be at 1.5. And what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to turn my trimmer sideways. And then I'm going to line this up at 1.5 right there. And take this. Now let me hold this up. So on this side, I need something that I can show you that the color, the ruler. Just a second. I'm trying to pick up a piece of paper. Do you see right there? So we have measurements. So what you want to do is start that at 1.5 inches down. You want to put this at the 1.5 inch mark. Now we're going to do this again. You do have to, this course has been scored and folded, so it's not wanting to participate fully. So there we have. Now the cutting tool is not all the way in the paper at this moment. What you need to do, and I'm going to line this all the way up. All right, push down, and you're going to cut across to number 7, which is right here, and that's on that guide, the ruler guide, right? So pick it up, turn it around, and if you leave that at 7, all you have to do, yes, I'm being careful so I don't move my paper, fold it back in, and then cut from 7, since it's already at the mark, scooch it on up forward to the 1.5 inch, that score line. And that is how easy it is to do. And it is. It just, trust me, and let's walk through this. So here we go. We got one chance, otherwise you won't see this video, and I will be cutting up this cardstock and all those little pieces to come up with something else. Deep breath, right? We are starting at 1.5 inches. Now we're not using that dark cutting blade. We're going to bring in this light scoring blade. And I want to make sure this is really even. So 1, 2, 3. The reason why I'm scoring with this face up is because this score line here in the center is in the groove, and I want to keep that consistent. So now we're going to scooch it on over to that 2 3/4. So right here, this blue line, and we're going to score again 1, 2, and 3. Easy, even pressure. Pick it up, move it down to 5.5, and 1, 2, and 3. Pick it up, move it down to 7, 1, 2, and 3. Now that is our scoring. Now let me show you. Yes, we have the indentation of our score line there, but really if you look at it, it's not going to, the pattern almost camouflages it. Same with here. And then of course the score line it came with is in the center. Just don't fold this one. So now I'm going to close this plate up. I'm going to turn it sideways. I'm going to get this lined up at 1.5. Now, if you are worried about this moving when you close the blade or anything, get a little piece of washi tape, okay? I would make sure, I don't like to use washi tape right off the roll. I stick it on my clothing. This washi tape has been used on other cardstock at least 5 times. It sits on the handle of my cutter. So my crank wheel. So we don't want the scoring blade. We want this blade. And we don't want to just cut. What we want to do is pick this up and get it to that 1.5. And sometimes you can't see the 1.5. So I'm going to put this bit of cardstock here so I can see the 1.5 inch mark. Let me show you. See here? Here's my ruler, which it's so clear when you put it on the paper, you really can't see it. Pick it up and get it right at the 1.5. Putting the blade down, holding it down, pushing. There was a little like pop. That's it going into the paper. Now I'm going to cut this straight across to 7, which is right here. I'm going to pick it up and try not to move that one. All right. I'm being very careful on camera. When I'm not on camera, I'm not that careful. So there's the one cut. We're going to flip it over to the other side. And I'm going to get it lined right back up. The washi tape trick works really well, guys. I wish I would have thought of that the other 5 cuts I made on my samples trying to figure this out. All right. So I'm going to once again add some washi tape. Careful. It moved just a hair, so I'm going to pop it back over to the 7. Blade has locked. Now I'm going to pop that. You hear that little pop? And now we're going to come up to, this time you see the score line right here, right? So we're just going to scoot that on over. And there is an indentation in the side of these. Hold on, I'm going to get an old one out. Don't ask me why I keep my old blades. I saw a YouTube video where it showed you how you can sharpen these, and I thought I would give my husband the task. So I have some old blades here, and I want to point out to you, I still haven't found my other pokey tool, guys. So right on the side of this is the cutter, right? So on this side here is this indentation, which I wish it had been, if they did this white or something and then lined these black, it would be. So you have the indentation here, 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 and then the arrow. But this is the little cutting blade. And I saw a video where somebody knew how to sharpen those little blades with like a file. I'm not sure, but I kept them. My new ones. I found those too when I was cleaning my room. So did we do our cut? Let's see. It's done. This is really going to be a quick card other than me showing you. I mean, I could have made it a long, drawn-out process and cut the card up into the bits to fit another piece of cardstock, but this is so beautiful, I didn't want to. So now the trick is getting this puppy folded, right? To getting it folded, right? So this one, these here, this score line, this is not going to get folded except for the center right here. And I'm just going to give it a light thing with my fingers. I'm going to go over it all once later. This one I know goes back. So this piece here, these two sides, hold on, no, these two sides go forward. So this one comes forward, this one comes forward. I'll crease it all. I'm just getting the initial crease, so it's gonna get scored here, or you could do it like this. It's kind of a little funky, but you can go like that. I don't want to bow too much on this, so I don't want to score that one yet. This here in the center is going to pop forward. So yeah, it looks a little funky doing it, but don't force it. So we have this one's done, this one's done. Okay, nothing gets scored there. These ones are going back. So what it is on one side, they're going to go forward, and one side's going to go back on the outside. And then, here we go. That one needs a crease, and this one needs a crease. You can just take your bone folder, because now it's all going to start folding down for us, right? You see it's already going there. But now we want it to fold all the way. And there it is. but I'm going to show you again. Go over it. You can't even tell. Here is the center score line that they had. So there is our card fold. And this is a beautiful example of this fold. You can change it around. We can make this, now that we got our initial crease, we can make that forward and this backwards. So this one, whether you want it forward or backwards, you need to do the same top and bottom. The centerpiece then is opposite whatever these are. So we're going to take this, and this one now is going to go to the back, and these are going to come forward. So it can go either way. It's just up to you which direction you want it to go. Do you see that? And it sits like this. Now, for me, I want my sentiment here. So I want this part going forward. So we're going to reverse it. So tops are coming out, these two, top and bottom. That means my centerpiece is going to come back. These are going to be forward. This piece now is going to come forward, and these are going to go back. Forward. Get this one going back, and gonna fold it again. This is the way I want mine to go, because when it's sitting here, right, I'm going to have my sentiment right here. To me, it just looks like it should go there. So here is our sentiment. Let me show you. You can have this piece, it can go, the Heartfelt Hexagon can go there. Quite a bit can go there. I believe it's like 2 3/4, 2.5 by 2 3/4 is the space. So we're going to have this here. We're going to have this. It's going to sit a little bit on the outside, but that's okay because of the way it's folded. And these are just going to go there to draw the eye in. Actually, I could probably put this one right. Let's see. Might change up how I have them. This one and this one, and then I'll do something up here in the corner. So let's get on with our stamping. So you could do, it's a beautiful piece of paper, cardstock. You could do have a beautiful day. But I chose, it's the little things that matter. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get on there. And I'm going to stamp this in the Gorgeous Grape. Then I'm going to sponge around it with Mossy Meadow, because there's a lot of Mossy Meadow on the cardstock. Gorgeous. Where's my little... I'm going to take the little bits here, and I'm going to stamp off and do some there. Stamp off and do some right there. I don't want anything there because I plan on putting a little brush brass butterfly there. And the Mossy Meadow ink pad. And a sponge dabba. I'm going to go around the outside. 2 fingers and a thumb helps get it on there nicely. And then once I get, hopefully, a lot of the ink I just put on it off, I'm going to bring it in, blend the color in a little bit more around the white. I'm going to rub off quite a bit of that. And then I just want to rub coloring some of that white a little bit. I think that's going to make it blend in more with the, in fact, I think I can go over the whole thing a bit. I'm not getting in everything, but I really like the look of that. So this gets closed for now. And let's put this together. And I didn't get my butterflies out, but we will. Thank you, Phyllis, for the tear tape. We're going to use it. First things first is I'm not going to have any dimensionals on this, guys. I might make a real purpose of doing more cards and trying to get more creative with less dimensionals. I'm going to give it a go anyways. Can't promise to always do that. But when I think something like this can stand without it and stand alone, I think I'm going to do it. So this one, first of all, is going to go ahead and go on that vellum. That vellum is just going to diffuse the tree image and probably bring our eye in a little bit more. And I'm wondering, do I want to add a little bit of color to the vellum? I could add some purple to the vellum, but I'm not. We're going to just add some green around the edges. Ooh, that's still really dark. All right. Do not stick there. Oh. Hold on, everybody. My daughter will have to wait. I wonder if I answered. Hello? Nope, it canceled. It's like trying to answer on my phone. Yep, I was like, if I try to answer it, sometimes it stops recording. All right. Now she's bothering her father because I can hear it. So now I see where I can place the vellum on the back of this. Can't guarantee he's going to answer the phone. He probably doesn't even have it on him. So this now, let me show you. Going to go like so. So here, yes, it's going to stick out just a tad right there, but it's going to be just fine. Oh, gorgeous. So now we're going to put these, get the glue. Could use those reverse tweezers so I don't get me all glued up. There we go. Maybe. I think she's calling just to make sure we were home for Hank as it's early dismissal. Pretty sure that's what it is. So this one, because it's curling to the inside, we're going to stick that right there on this side. And this one is going to go on the other. I need a little bit right there. So this one is going to come in this way. And then we need those butterflies because it's going to really draw your eye around the card. I could have done some dragonflies, but I knew, thanks to Miss Susie, I have butterflies. All right. this is going to get one big, beautiful butterfly. And then to draw our eye this way, we're going to do one there and one here. And we could do more, but I don't think it needs it. Let me show you. Look at that. So it's going to get folded up. These are all nice and flat. Now on the back side, you have plenty of room to write, to do whatever you want. We could even stamp heartfelt thanks. Oh my goodness, people just keep calling. You could stamp it in the center. You could put another piece of paper on it. I am not going to put anything on the back for now. I just love that. And then it just, ta-da! Really cute. I wish you guys could really see it. So let's do the envelope. Now we can have a beautiful day on the envelope, and we stamped in gorgeous grape. So we're going to stamp that again right there. And then we're going to clean this off and do that in Mossy Meadow to tie in with our card. On the back, yes, I really could have gone to town with stamping other things, but I already have it put together. I should have thought of that before. Maybe we will. We're going to stamp a little. Cannot just leave it. So that's our envelope. And on here, we are going to do just a little flower, just something. We can't leave it plain. Just can't do that. And then gorgeous grape. Close that. And this way, since I cut it, now I can make this go whichever direction I want. I think we're going to do another Mossy Meadow right here. Trust me, there's plenty of room to write on the back of this card. This one's going to come tilt inward. Gorgeous. And we could even do some little grass on the bottom. Let's see. I like that. Just using what we have already. I got a little much there, but it's okay. We need to do like a dark one over there. We need a dark one on this side. All right, so now we have something on the back. We can even do a little dots there, some little dots there. And I might as well stamp heartfelt thanks on here too. We might as well just go for it. And this is going in the center. It wasn't that hard, even after I have everything on there on the opposite side. It's not hard. So there's the back. This is the front of my card, and I want to show you it's going to fit in this little envelope. And we're going to test it out since I've been showing you that. Look at that. Okay, here's our template, right, for the mail people. And voila! Of course. I wonder if it'll go this way. No, but it goes this way. So that shows you it will go through, no problem. Let me get her back out. And I want to thank you all so very much for allowing me to do this. This is the best thing ever, 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 ever. So thank you all so very, very much, because it really does mean the world to me. It is just a blessing. It really, really is. Thank you. And I couldn't do it without your support. So I want to thank you. Please I'm going to ask, and sometimes I feel bad for asking, that if you are not subscribed, I would like you to please consider subscribing, though I do understand some people don't like to do that, and that's okay. I appreciate you actually being here. And another way you could show your support is giving me a thumbs up or share this video with somebody you know who may like it. And as always, your comments, guys, are why I keep doing this. So please come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now.